So the reason I haven't gone on live is because I think I would have to schedule it to have an audience, and I don't think I'm prepared to commit to it. It's not that I'm not prepared to commit to a time. I can't commit to a time because my days are really jumbled. Because I am doing so many things, so much work. It's amazing. It is. I'm blasting forward. Like something that blasts. Let's see. Usually something slow comes out when I sit down. And today it is the full moon. It is the full moon, yes. It is the new moon, the opposite of the full moon, in 3 degrees Taurus. I am not an astrologer. I leave that to astrologers. Have committed myself to other esoteric studies, but I respect it. And I do know it's a big moon. Suddenly flashed to a scene from American Graffiti. It's a big deal. The moon just turned new almost exactly half an hour ago, so it's fresh. So this is the moment where you want to get on that energy wave, and like I was talking about this morning in the tarot reading, like setting an intent. And you know, this is a big one. This is usually you do it with the moon cycle, and I believe that what I'm understanding from all of the people that I watch is really you want to be setting an intent for like 3 to 6 months out. So I highly encourage you, as a form of goodwill toward the planet on Earth Day, and to those you love and maybe a few you don't, that you maybe consider setting an intent for some really positive progress and outcomes that are not just fixes and return to the status quo of the same crap we were doing before, but, for instance, taking this opportunity with all of the collapses and things that you know have imploded to replace them with something better. Even in your own life, replacing things with something better. You know, I can think of them, if I sat down and really thought about it. I can think of a few things that I have been doing that are bad habits that I'm definitely going to shift. Yeah. It's cool. I mean, not bad habits. They're just kind of careless or useless. It's like, oh, well, I'm not going to miss that. And I can replace it with something better and more effective. One thing I'm really enjoying is all the people I've been sort of touching with on the internet over the years. I know what they're up to, they know what I'm up to. And we really sat down and had conversations with each other. And I know this is kind of a trope, but I don't want that to go away. Those are people I really value. And one of the things that I have loved in those conversations is that we sit down and we've talked, but it's like we just had coffee yesterday. You know, we're catching up on events. We're not, you know, I feel really grateful that I have like awesome friends. And if I've had a video conference with you in the last few weeks, you know who you are. It's awesome. I mean what I say. Okay, I'm like all aflutter because of this whole new moon thing. I don't know why. It just like, I've been excited about it all day long. Something about the tarot readings, something about other things that are going on in my life that I won't talk about right now. But just all like, and also lately I've been very affected by the moon cycles. I mean, our bodies are 70% water, and so, you know, if the moon can move the tides, why not have a physical impression or impact on us? But I have been definitely feeling the difference between the new moons and the full moons, for sure. And I always have since I was a little kid. So like on a full moon, I can't sleep, but I'm jumping out of my skin. And like the last 3 or 4 days, I've been jumping out of my skin. And this morning I woke up and I was like, oh man. And I could just feel it. Like I felt not tired or drained, but I felt like sleepy, like I just got out of a big warm bath, and I could just feel all this tension running off, right? It's like the last few moments of the waxing moon, or the waning moon, excuse me, and now we're down, now we're clean slate. It's like all that stuff that I was carrying the last 28 days. Wow. And I'm really excited to replace it, or not. I mean, like, a great passage by Marshall McLuhan, who says, in his book, The Gutenberg Galaxy, talks about in medieval times a room was valued for the space. You didn't put belongings in it. You were grateful to have a room. And now we just cram shit stuff into rooms. You know, there's all about like all the stuff you can cram into a room, and then you think about those medieval rooms, how Spartan they were. You know, it would be just a bed and maybe a chair, maybe a table, a window. You know, just only what you needed, because your life was so simple. And oh God, just the thought of that, like emotionally, imagine if we could live like that emotionally, like just like so spacious with only what you need. Okay. Wow. That was trippy. That was a trippy thing to talk about. Woo! What am I on? I'm on nothing. All right. Let's see if I can make something happen here. Well, new moon, that's what I started to get to, is the moon in Taurus. You know, Taurus is all about luxury. It's earthy, but Venus rules Taurus, and that's all the luxury. So, you know, take a hot bath tonight, or do something luxurious. Drink a whole bottle of wine, not just a glass. I'm kidding. Maybe. I'm not going to pretend that that was anything. That was some kind of awful. But there were a lot of starts in there. Some interesting ideas. So there was a little technique in there with the pedaling that I think I'm going to definitely co-opt. I mean, that's all these are for, right? Is to generate ideas and get some stuff flowing. And I have been wordsmithing all day, writing text, writing reports. So it's no wonder that my brain is stopped up in terms of music. And but even especially in improv and in music, you learn more from the things that aren't successes than the things that are successes. So if I had offered some of my stock stuff, I think I would have felt less satisfied. This was like remarkably bad in terms of cohesion, or like a thing that you'd walk away from and say, that was really lovely. It wasn't really lovely, it was really awful. But like I said, there's some seeds in there. And I will go back and listen to it, and definitely I'm gonna write down that pedal technique. That was kind of a neat thing that I, that like letting it swell up and then like canceling everything out with that single note. Of course, this is an electronic arrangement, and it'll be different on the regular, on a real piano. Probably be more dramatic. And now all of a sudden I'm getting this idea about inner strings and doing something on the interior, and well, you see what just happens. You let yourself free and you got all the ideas a popping. So happy new moon. And no, I'm not undressing in front of the camera. I am really at the height of my strange, aren't I? This sweater has like, I've totally pulled it out of shape at some point. It's a brand new sweater and I just like completely pulled it out of shape. That's why I was doing that. It's a very weird, unconscious action. I just happened to catch sight of it in the camera here. You know what? I probably have nothing meaningful to offer. So thank you for letting me waste your time. I have enjoyed it. I'm gonna now do something like have a glass of wine. And I'm gonna watch that mushroom movie that's been out. That seems like the perfect thing to do on, you know, you can rent it on the website. Fantastic Fungi. So I'm gonna do that tonight. That's my big plan. More tomorrow morning. Very, very joyful, happy Wednesday. And new moon.